learned counsel, learned amicus curiae for the appellant is present, along with Mrs. Mary Elkiante, learned additional PP for the state respondents. Anyone legal aid counsel?
19.
Okay, and Mr. Laramdina, learned legal aid counsel for respondent number 2. The learned additional PP has prayed for adjournment of the matter due to medical grounds. In view of the above, adjournment is allowed. List in the next week.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, will you be okay by then?
I am duty of life.
Okay.
I hope so, Your Lordship.
Grateful.
Item 1, mission.
May it please your lordships, the additional affidavit as required by this court on 14th February 2025 has been filed by the state respondents, your lordship.
Copy given to the council. Yes,
My lord,
where's
the amicus,
Mr.
Mr.
Lance
Fafama
Fafama?
has some personal difficulties, so he cannot appear, my lord.
Now, in your affidavit, what have you stated?
Yes, your lordship, in our affidavit, we have stated the chronological timeline of the construction of KV line in Zokhosang Assam Rifle Complex, your lordship. And your lordship, as per page number 3, pan number 2.4, we have stated that initially the PNE department was not aware of the roadside plantation because the construction of KV line was initiated in 2007 and was completed in the year 2011. And during that time, at that time, there was no roadside plantation. The roadside plantation only came up a few years later, your lordship. However, despite of that, in compliance with the existing environmental forest laws, the PNE department has given a penalty fine to the tune of 75,429 as required by the divisional forest officer, which is in annexure number 8, your lordships.
So this court, in its previous order,
Yes, your lordship.
had asked you to submit an affidavit.
Yes, your lordship. Accordingly, this,
For submission of a report.
yes, your
Okay.
lordship.
So the engineer-in-chief, so you have filed the affidavit on behalf of the engineer-in-chief, is it?
Yes, your lordship. A complete report of the chronology of the construction of the KV line, along with the action taken by the engineer-in-chief PNE department in compliance with the forest laws, your lordship.
Now, this PIL was initiated because of the felling of trees in an area known as Dait at Chaltlang,
Yes,
isn't it?
Lordship.
So that matter was, I think, closed because the court maybe was satisfied with the explanation given, and then it proceeded to question about the felling of trees at Zokhosang. Is it?
And yes, your lordship, and plantation areas also regarding information of how the plantation fund was used. This was between, and also it went to Lunglei area
Zokhosang
also.
and Lunglei Road,
yes.
everything. So now your present affidavit is regarding only Zokhosang.
Yes, your lordship.
What about the others?
Your lordship, the other reports have already been submitted in earlier affidavits.
All
your
the
lordship.
queries of this court?
Yes, your lordship.
And the only thing that is remaining is Zokhosang?
Yes, your
is it?
lordship.
But now the counsel for the amicus curiae is also not present. So we'll note the reply and then we'll fix some other date. So the matter can be looked into, isn't it? Then the amicus for the petitioner will also look into the matter and see if there's any matter remaining in this PIL. Their explanation is because of the transmission lines, which
Yes,
was
Your
there
Lordship.
previously.
Yes, your lordship. previously it was constructed at that time there was no plantation as such. Although the plantation exists now, they have still complied with the forest laws, Your Lordship, by paying the penalty which was imposed by
The penalty is very less for felling of trees.
Yes, Your Lordship. It
What
was
is the penalty for each this thing? For per plant which is felled or nothing, just a fine, a total amount of 75,000.
yes, Your Lordship.
429 only. When you think of the destruction of the trees,
Yes, Your Lordship.
where's the receipt at page?
Your Lordship, it is
Your
on
payment?
page number 40, Your Lordship, Annex 8. The last page, Your Lordship.
So now you have paid the penalty
Yes, Your Lordship.
and you have felled the trees.
Yes, Your
Is
Lordship.
it?
Yes, Your Lordship.
And how many trees were destroyed?
Your Lordship,
After, this is after the filing of your PIL also, 6/5/22. So is it just some cover up? Saying, okay, we have paid some amount. This is for felling of how many trees? Because in your affidavit, there is no mention of how many trees had to be felled. It's a very general explanation given. So how is this amount calculated? So when was the electrification work started? Constructed in which year?
Your Lordship, it started in 2007 to 2011, Your Lordship. But the work was stalled because there was no funds, and also a lot of the equipments were also stolen over time.
So when the work started, weren't the trees planted already? Because they must have
No,
been
no,
quite
Your
tall.
Lordship. 2007 to 2011, there was no forest plantation in that area.
10 plus years. That means.
The plantation only started in the year around 2017 or 18, Your Lordship.
17 and 18, what type of tree? Because then the trees must have grown pretty fast,
Yes, Your Lordship.
that they have to be cut down because of the electric lines. No, do you accept the explanation given? Is it accepted? Wait. Anyway, you give a more comprehensive report.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Okay. As to how this amount for afforestation, how much? What is the amount that was paid? It's paid. How is it calculated? How many trees were actually felled? Find out.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Regarding felling, lopping of trees. Lopping means the tree is not fully destroyed. Is it
Yes, Your
still there?
Lordship. So on that account, it was not all the trees were not felled, but there was lopping as required for the
So how
construction
many
of the
trees are
cable line.
still standing as today?
Yes, Your
Find
Lordship.
out that also.
Yes, Your
Isn't it? It's numbers. It's too general. Anyway, Miss
The Ropari.
Ropari appears on behalf of her senior, Mr. learned amicus curiae for the petitioner, while Ms. Lalnuntloi, learned government advocate, has filed the additional affidavit. On behalf of the engineering in chief in terms of this court's order dated 30/04/2025. Then, new para, we have perused the additional affidavit filed wherein the report is as follows. Okay, then we will do para 4. Those will be written in inverted commas. Then maybe para 8. No, it will be para 2, sub-para 4, sub-para 8, then para 4. I think that about cover para 4. Okay. From the contents of the additional affidavit so filed, we find that there are no, we find that the report is rather vague, with no mention of the specific number of trees that were felled or lopped off. And if a few trees were lopped off and not felled, then the number of trees that were still standing within the said area. The learned government advocate is to file an affidavit, another affidavit, being more specific as to the number of trees that were lopped off and still standing, and also as to how the fine of rupees 75,429 has been calculated in respect of the illegal felling of trees at Zokosang, Zambabok. Yes, the required affidavit is to be filed within. How long will it take?
Your Lordship, if the matter may be, I can inquire within a matter of 2 weeks, Your Lordship.
Okay, list after 2 weeks. See, we are saying that certain trees were lopped off,
Yes, Your
lopping off.
Lordship.
That
Yes, Your
means
Lordship.
at least something is still standing
Yes, Your
there,
Lordship. So
isn't
there,
it?
yes, Your Lordship.
Oh,
Item 2.
dissatisfied that you have done your homework.
Item 2.
Your Lordship, I am counsel for the petitioner
Yes, yes.
in this trial. Yes, Lordship. So, my Lord, the respondent actually had to file additional affidavit. It was directed by this honorable court regarding the status of work. This is regarding the maintenance of road Aizawl to Lunglei Road, Your Lordship.
So what is
So-
happening now?
My Lord, actually now they had filed this affidavit in respect of the status of work. So, my Lord, can we consider this affidavit as affidavit pertaining to the status of work? Because we received recently this affidavit. So, my Lord, my prayer as of now is that I may kindly be allowed to file rejoinder to this instant affidavit.
Okay, what does the affidavit say? That an amount of how much?
65 lakh something.
65 lakhs have been spent to
Yes.
for the road. Is it for the
Yes.
road which is patch repair?
Yes.
Aizawl Thengzol Road. Then if this amount has been spent, and then here in the next page, it's 3 crores, 66 lakhs
3.56. Yes,
for restoration of that area.
yes.
Then the roads must be very good now.
No, not at all, Lordship. It's even, we can't even want to ply in this road. Recently, last week,
3
my
crores,
brother also came.
60 lakhs, it is during 24-25 for restoration. And the amount
Yes.
has already been spent, is it?
Yes. My lord, if you read newspaper and all recently, there was a
Then
strike,
you
very
have to
huge
go
strike.
and see for yourself, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
And then you find out which patch of road is still not repaired. Okay.
My lord, actually, they admitted also, they have not repaired due to the monsoon and all. Even if you
But
read,
the amount has been spent, isn't it?
they
Yes.
spent, my lord, right
Government
from the,
advocate, how much money do you have still left?
Your Lordship, we don't have any money for the state project as of now because we have already, in my affidavit also, I have
Utilized,
mentioned
huh?
that the road under the jurisdiction of Lunglei Road Division is now completed with the available fund provided.
my lord,
Then you'll have to provide more fund if the road is not repaired yet, isn't it? Because here, 3 crores, 66 lakhs have been spent. So my impression is Lunglei must be how many hours now? 4 hours drive?
My lord, it's very, very horrible these days, my lord. If you read newspaper, the student, that MZP also, they protested because of this bad road condition also.
Your Lordship,
Recently,
that funds, yes.
59 CR was sanctioned again. 59 CR was sanctioned again, but that was also not yet utilized also.
Okay, so there's 59 crores still lying unutilized, is it?
Yes, yes, I have the notification also. I can keep,
Okay,
I
so
can,
you file your this thing affidavit.
that's why I have to
Yes,
file
yes,
a lottery
okay.
if lottery permits.
Previously
And also, I
also,
would
it
like
appears
to,
that you had prayed for filing of your affidavit, rejoinder affidavit, isn't it?
yes, yes.
Anyway. If required, he can file in his rejoinder. If required, you can also enclose the photographs.
That exactly
Of the
that they're
roads that
supposed to
needs
do, but
to
they
be,
have not
yes.
done, your lordship. They are supposed to do this one.
Yeah, Your Lordship, we have already done as per the direction of this honorable court in the previous affidavit. We have annexed the photographs also. Now, in the latest direction, nothing was mentioned as to the photographs. So the submission made by my learned friend, with due respect, is not correct.
Okay,
They have
anyways,
to.
now you have already utilized 3 crores 66 lakhs plus the previous remaining amount, which was for the repairs, okay? So now we will see the condition of the road. The petitioner will file their rejoinder affidavit with the required photographs. And because you have spent the money, that doesn't mean that your responsibility is now waived. Okay, we have spent this money. The road has to be repaired, isn't it? So
Not-
then you'll have to answer us, tell us for those patches that is not repaired, how are you going to go ahead with that, isn't it? Yes. Heard Mr.
Manu,
JC
allow me to submit not only photo, that government notification also.
Yes, whatever is required you submit. I heard
Right.
Mr. J.C. Dalnunsanga, learned counsel for the petitioner, along with Mrs. Mary L. Kiante, learned government advocate for the state respondents. The state respondents have filed their affidavit in terms of this court's order dated 02/04/2025, wherein it is mentioned that, okay, we'll make it para 2, subpara B, and C. Okay, it has been clarified as follows. And maybe E also. E. The learned counsel for the petitioner has prayed that he may be allowed to file his rejoinder affidavit after a spot verification of the stretch of road, Lunglei, Tenzol Lunglei, okay? And pray that he
Aizol,
may be,
Tenzol, Lunglei, ATL Road.
Tenzol Lunglei, and that he may be allowed to enclose photographs along with a notification of the government wherein, how many crores?
59.
59 crores have been sanctioned for the repair of the said stretch of road. Praise aloud. The said rejoinder affidavit to be filed within 3 weeks. List
Your Lordship.
after 3 weeks. Yes.
Grateful.
Grateful Lordship.
Item 3.
May it please your lordships, the matter was last listed on the 22nd April 2025, wherein directions was given to seek instructions for steps to be taken by the respondents for compensatory afforestation. In this regard, your lordships, the PWD is yet to inform me regarding whether they have applied for forest clearance on the Parivesh portal. And then on the second query, that is definition of forest applicable to the state of Mizoram. In this regard, your lordships, the state government has on the 19th March of 2025 has constituted an expert committee. If I may be allowed to produce the notification, your lordship, before the bench.
Now, this is regarding which area?
This is Senisi Khamrang
Kamran
area,
to
your
Sensi
lordship.
area, my lords.
Okay.
So, your lordship, in the previous date, the bench had inquired about the definition of forest applicable to state of Mizoram. So, the state of Mizoram has actually constituted an expert committee on the 19th March 2025 to identify the areas as which are forest.
And the report of the expert committee is to be submitted to the government by the end of August, is it?
Yes, your
2025.
lordship.
So now for the definition of forest
Yes, your lordship.
applicable in Mizoram, a committee has been constituted.
Yes, your lordship. Each state will have to, as per the directions.
Which are the forest areas, is it?
Yes, your lordship. Forest areas and recorded as forest areas.
Anyway, Ms. Lal Nunlui, learned government advocate, submits that in terms of this court's order dated 22/04/2025, wherein the respondents were required to provide the definition of a forest as applicable to the state of Mizoram, the Environment, Forest and Climate Change Department under the chairmanship of the Commissioner and Secretary to the Government of Mizoram, Environment, Forest and Climate Change Department has constituted a committee by a notification dated 19th March 2025, wherein make it expert committee, wherein the expert committee are required to take the following steps. Okay, then A, B, and C of this notification. Thereafter, a report of the expert committee is to be submitted to the government by the end of August 2025. Full stop. New para, she has also prayed for further time to file an affidavit regarding the meeting, is it,
Your
which
Lord-
was held,
Yes, Your Lordship.
what is this meeting?
Your Lordship, the meeting was with regards to the actual issue at hand, which is regarding the Khamrang Selasi area. So
There
the
was a meeting and you were supposed to file an affidavit regarding the meeting.
Yes, Your
outcome
Lordship.
of
I only have
meeting.
I only have the meeting minutes so far, Your Lordship, because I have not been given any updated instructions on whether the PWD has taken action to
So
apply.
regarding the outcome of the meeting, at least you have to file an
Yes, Your
affidavit,
Lordship. I will
isn't
seek.
it?
Yes, Your Lordship. On that regard,
Then-
I'll have to seek instructions, Your Lordship.
Has prayed for further time regarding the meeting which was held on 21/04/2025. Involving the PWD, EFNCC, NABARD, Law and Judicial Department and Financial Department regarding the construction of road through the forest land, whereby a number of trees had been felled without taking due permission. The government advocate is granted another 3 weeks' time, to file her affidavit regarding the outcome of the meeting. Yes, list after 3 weeks.
Much obliged, Your Lordship.
Much obliged.
Item 4.
But we have to protect the trees.
Yes, Your Lordship, this is a state appeal against the judgment and order dated 26/3/2024, passed by the learned single judge of the Honorable High Court, Aizawl Bench in WPC number 21 of 2024. However, my lord, if this matter may be listed in the next available bench, my lord, due to some physical problem. And
Due
I
to
have
some?
I have taken the consent of
Due
the
to
other
some?
party. Physical problem, my
What
lord.
physical problem?
I'm not feeling well, my lord.
Are you all sick? Our government advocates, Miss Mrs. Mary also was some. It's medical.
Mrs. Mary, her daughter is not feeling well, my lord.
Okay, okay. Okay. Anyway, it's fixed for what? It's not been fixed for hearing. It's been fixed for admission hearing, is it?
Admission hearing, my lord.
Okay, Mrs. Ivane Isyami, learned government advocate, has prayed for adjournment of the matter due to some personal reasons, which is not objected by Mr. Lalton Hima, learned counsel for the respondent. In view of the above, we find it fit to adjourn this matter for 1 week, 2 weeks,
Yes, my lord.
for
2
2 weeks. Okay, list after 2 weeks.
Oblige.
Item 5. My lords, the office note indicates that ID card has not been returned in respect of the respondent number 5.
Who is
Kala.
respondent number 5?
Kala
Kala.
Statsi. So, my lord, if I may be allowed to take step by way of dusty service.
Okay. No, you allow? Yes. Mr. T. Lal Zakima, learned counsel for the appellant, is present along with Mr. P.C. Zaudin Sanga, learned counsel for respondent number 1, and Ms. Caroline K. Lalung Oipui, learned government advocate for respondents number 2 to 4. And Ms. Zairam Sangwe, learned CGC for respondents number 6 and 7. It is however seen that AD card upon respondent number 6, is it 5?
5, my lord.
5 is still awaited. The learned counsel for the appellant has prayed that he may be allowed to serve notice to respondent number 5 through dusty mode. We praise aloud. Notice is to be served to respondent number 5 through dusty mode. Affidavit to that effect is to be duly filed by the learned counsel for the appellant after 3 weeks.
My lord,
Okay, list after 3 weeks.
duly obliged.
Item 6.
May it please your lordship, this is an appeal against the
This is an appeal. Filed from jail for setting aside the judgment and order in SP number 90/2023, criminal trial number 1582/2023 under section 302 IPC, wherein the accused was convicted and sentenced to suffer life imprisonment with a fine of rupees 50,000 by the additional district and session judge, Aizawl Judicial District, dated 14/11/2024. Appeal is admitted. Issue notice to the respondents. Ms. Vainal Siami, learned additional PP, accepts notice on behalf of the state respondent. Requisite copy of the documents available on record to be duly furnished to the learned additional PP. LCR to be called for just after 3 weeks.
Item 10.
Here it will be, central judgment and order will be SC within brackets K number 9/criminal trial number 197/2021 under section 304 IPC. Okay. And term of sentences arrive for life with a fine of rupees 5,000. And the judge is Fast Track Court, Colosseum District. Date of judgment is 22/10/2024. Okay, rest is the same. Vani Siami accepts notice. PCR to be.
Orders, item 12.
Lordship, 1 week's time may kindly be granted for filing affidavit of service of notice, Lordship. 1 week's time. I have taken
Through
permission of-
Dusty.
Through Dusty,
mode.
Lordship.
Okay.
1 week's time, ma'am.
Mr. Caesaram Chana, learned counsel for the
Applicant.
applicant slash appellant is present. He submits that he may be given
1 week's time, ma'am.
1 week's time to file his affidavit with regards to service of notice upon respondent number 1 through Dusty mode. Praise allowed, list after 1 week.
Deeply obliged.
Item 15.
My lord, this is application for condonation of 583 days delay for filing RFA.
Notice already issued.
My lord, we furnish the copy to the counsel for the opposite party, my lord.
My lord, I have instruction to appear on behalf of all the private respondents.
Okay, and government is represented, isn't it? Huh? Ms. Zairem Sampui, learned counsel for the appellant is, applicant slash appellant is present, along with Ms. Rotlal Rotfelli, learned counsel for the private respondents, and Mrs. Caroline K. Lalungoipi, learned government advocate for the state respondents. The learned counsel for the respondents have prayed for time to file their written objection. Is it? List after 3 weeks.
Item 17.
My lord, item 17, my lord, there is this is an application for condonation of delay, my lord. At this stage, my lord, notice has to go, my lord.
So you were absent in the last court date? What happened?
My lord, I could not join, my lord, due to some technical glitch, my lord.
Okay. Heard Mr. H.
H.
Gupta, learned counsel for the applicant slash appellant who has filed the instant application under chapter 5-A, rule 2 within brackets 2 of the Guwahati High Court rules for condonation of delay of 659 days in filing an appeal against the impugned judgment and order dated 15/05/2023 in WPC number 47/2023 passed by the by this court. Okay, so issue notice to the respondents through registered post with AD within 3 working days, returnable by 3 weeks. List after.
My lord, may I pray, my lord, that the notice be sent by way of a paper publication, because, my lord, the petitioners are large in number, my lord. They are 69 in numbers. So single notice perhaps, my lord, would not be possible to serve at each address. So, my lord, we will take a paper publication.
No, but paper publication, I think it's a little bit risky. Huh? Make an attempt first. Don't,
Because they are the, my lord, the landowners, my lord, to send the address to each of them at their address.
so it's a bit difficult, but you have to do your homework. Okay, just
My lord.
newspaper publication, it's a bit risky. They might not read the newspaper also, okay? So list
My lord.
after 3 weeks to
My
register
lord.
post with AD.
Obliged.
Yes. Both the hearing matters have been adjourned, so what to do?
Admission, item 1.
My lord, I have received affidavit. I have received affidavit yesterday, and on going through the affidavit, there is a disputed question of facts, and it requires.
Where is the affidavit? Is it available on record? By respondent number? Yes. Okay. So you filed a affidavit yesterday and now you want to file your rejoinder. You want to reply to the affidavit filed?
Lordship, today, what my intention is, on perusal of page 8 of the affidavit,
The respondent number 4. Okay.
it is in annexure number 1.
Annexure number 1, yes. Labong
Pipeline.
Tourism Lodge, Te Chungchang, is it? This
Yes.
one? Yes.
Then English translation is in page 8. Then in fifth line, Lalkam Wana and his wife were also present. Pulalkam Wana stated that the amount of 10 lakhs which he had received was for site development of the land and not for sale proceed of the land. This means that there is a disputed question of facts, and it requires to prove in the law court. And by the way, my petition is regarding the unfreeze my account, and it can be operated as of today. And so that to dispose the matter today.
But this thing, affidavit that is filed, they are not signed, these, is it?
It is in page 7. It is in page 7.
Okay, page 7 it's signed, yes.
Page 8 is the English translation only.
Yes. Mrs. Mary,
Your Lordship.
now
Yes.
the counsel for the petitioner has responded to your affidavit in opposition by stating that
Yes.
in your documents
Yes.
enclosed in your counter affidavit, there's this annexure 1, where it is mentioned that 10 lakhs, is it?
10 lakhs, yes.
This is a disputed question of fact. She is denying the.
Your Lordship, today I do not have ample of time to argue on the matter, Your Lordship.
We'll fix
But
somebody
what
who
I
just
have to,
recited,
what I
yes.
have to, just to highlight is that we can, with Your Lordship permission, we can keep the matter for hearing on next Monday, if possible. But then the whole document should be read as a whole, because the only portion that my learned friend have highlighted it is that after that event, there was a meeting that was held between that was conducted by the additional deputy commissioner, wherein the petitioner was also present, and it is in page number 10, annexure 2.
Okay, we'll listen some other day.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Since it's been,
My
do
lord,
you
the-
want to file your reply to the counter affidavit?
No, my lord. Today I want to submit is if there is a disputed question of facts, then it requires to prove in
Okay,
the law court and
whether this matter is a disputed question of fact or not,
It is-
we will decide in the next, we will look into it in the next court date. Okay, we'll fix a date on Monday.
My lord, can you fix after 2 or 11 or some 12?
You're representing whom?
Tourism department,
So
newly
the
implemented
government
tourism
advocate
department.
is also representing, isn't it? Government advocate is representing tourist department.
It's
Isn't it?
fine, my
This
lord.
matter, in this matter, my learned friend is representing the tourism department. Your Lordship.
Okay, and then have you filed your,
Actually, my lord, your oral observation is that let the government will hear government advocate first. So depending on whether you can file it
So you
counter
are
affidavit, what will
filing the
decide?
affidavit on behalf of whom? I thought you said the tourist department, you are filing it on behalf of, oh, the deputy
the Kala,
commissioner.
Lung Leng.
Yes, the
Yes.
deputy commissioner, okay.
It was on the request of the Kala that the account of the petitioner was froze.
My lord, the matter with the issues can be decided in the law court, and my
That is
petition
your
is.
submission, yes, you're pressing for that, but let us hear the other side also. Okay, whether it is a disputed question of fact or not, that we have to see also.
It can be clearly from their annexure.
We will see.
Actually, she approached this Greek court and she get the relief that she get the money, all she want. After that, she stated that it's disputed questions of fact.
Yes, the
Because
reason why
actually
we are
this
approaching
can be
the
done-
Whether it is purely a disputed question of fact, we will look at all the documents available, we'll look at all your submissions, okay? And see whether it is clear whether this is going to be a disputed question of fact or not from your submissions. So let's not hurry.
Yes, actually,
Let's
Lordship,
look at the
initially,
matter properly, and then if it is a matter of disputed question of fact, then we will close it with petition and we will have it referred. But since they are denying that this is not actually a disputed question of fact, then we'll have to hear the matter.
My lord, my submission is my prayer is to unfreeze my account. To unfreeze my account.
So
and,
isn't it,
and
so it's unfreezed, isn't it?
yes,
the
it is
account still
unfreezed.
freezed?
Yes, now it is
she wants to
unfreezed.
withdraw.
Yes. My account is now, as of today, it is unfreezed, and because of that, I'm praying to withdraw my petition.
She has
After
a
get
case.
relief.
You can withdraw. And then if you have any grievance regarding that, you file a case, a fresh case before the court, you file a fresh writ petition. She's saying that my main submission, let's see a prayer part.
She already got the relief. Lordship,
Your Lordship,
by order of this court.
if I may be allowed to clarify, this honorable court has allowed for unfreezing of the account of the petitioner, but then subject to the in the subsequent that also, when the matter was laid before this honorable court also have questioned why did the petitioner withdraw all the money on the outcome of the petition. They might have to return it back. So that is the questions that we are
Yes,
dealing
yes,
with
yes,
now.
yes,
If
yes.
she withdraw the case, then it will cause prejudice to the respondents. So if this matter can be
We'll
kept
fix
on
another date for
yes,
hearing of the
on
matter.
another day.
Okay? Has
No,
it been fixed
no,
for
Lordship, that
hearing?
is not the matter. That is not the matter. It is only unfreezing my account.
No.
What they are raising their issues is the separate issues.
No,
If
no.
if they have any issues in this respect, they have to approach the law court.
See, there's an order of this court dated 11/3/2025. The order of this court dated 11/03/2025, okay? Where Ms. Jacinta Zoltan Moi, have you got that?
Yes, my lord.
Okay. Learned, read that third paragraph with your name, starting from your name. Let's try and understand the orders of this court passed on 11/3/2025. Yes,
From
please read.
Thapara.
Yes.
The above said amount was the
No,
compensation
Ms.
amount.
Jacinta Zoltan Moi.
Land Council for the petitioner submits that this court in its order dated 22/3/2024 had allowed the petitioner to operate the savings bank account which had been freezed on the condition that an undertaking should be furnished before the bank, that in the event any adverse order was passed in this proceeding, the petitioner would be required to refund the amount as may be decided by the court. The respondent number 4 was also entitled to recover the same by due process of law. On considering the prayer made by the learned counsel for the petition, this court is of the view that the respondent number 4 should be given a license to file affidavit in
leave that,
opposition.
okay.
Accordingly, 2 weeks' time is granted to the respondent number 4 to file affidavit in opposition. Failing which, the prayer of the payer for withdrawal of the writ petition shall be considered on the next date without hearing the respondent number 4.
So
In
let's try
the-
and understand this para. Undertaking should be furnished before the bank that in event of any adverse order was passed in this proceedings, the petitioner would be required to refund the amount as may be decided by the court.
The respondent number 4 was also entitled to recover the same by due process of law. The compensation is already sanctioned to me as per Section 3G of the National Highway Act. Then whether it is the jurisdiction of the CALA to take back the compensation amounts which they already being awarded to me.
This is a very peculiar case, I would say,
Because-
isn't it?
Because of that,
So
my
what
lord.
is Kala saying? Let me see the Kala's letter again. Anyway, we'll list it in the next date. Let's see, let's study all this thing properly. Okay, then maybe in the next court date, we will make an attempt to dispose of the writ petition, because if it is as simple as you say, we will do it, but let's see, hear the other side also properly. After due hearing of both sides, you will see if it can be disposed of in the next date. Yes, so come prepared by next date and see the Kala. Meanwhile, you are not suffering or no prejudice has been caused to you because your money has been deposited in your bank account, isn't it? And your bank account has also been defreezed. So if you feel you have a good case, you just relax and let's see if they can somehow have a case in this matter.
Lordship, in my
And also you come properly prepared with your arguments as to how in a writ petition where your prayer has already been granted, whether the opposite party can also raise certain issues, etc. You come with some maybe authorities if you have, okay, and then let's see if we can dispose it of. We come with some authorities also. Then let's see, we will study the matter properly. Isn't it? Because you're saying you're not prepared for hearing today.
Yes, Your Lordship, I am prepared. However, I do not have the time because of my urgency, Your Lordship.
What is the urgency?
It's a personal medical urgency, yes.
Health matters, health issues. Okay.
Yes, health matters that concerns with,
Appointment with a doctor or what?
yes, appointment with the doctor, and it has to something to do with
we
my
won't
child.
try any further. Okay. Heard Ms. Jacinta so-and-so, learned counsel for the petitioner, along with Mrs. Mary L. Kiangte, learned government advocate, and Mr. JC so-and-so, learned counsel for,
Respondent number 5, Tourism Department.
okay, respondent number 5. It is seen that the affidavit has been filed by respondent number 4.
I'm appearing
Mr.
for respondent number 1 and 2.
Mr. So-and-so
Zodin Prinamte.
for respondent number 1 and 2 is present, along with Ms. Zarim Sangpui, learned counsel for respondent number 3. on the submission made by the learned councils, list the matter on, yes, give a date,
Tuesday, my lord.
on Tuesday. What's the
Yes, my
date?
lord. 27.
On 27/5/2025, yes.
Much
Much obliged.